The outcome of this year's UN climate talks were never going to rival the global agreement made last year in Paris, but it was hoped progress would be made in a few key areas. The Paris Climate Agreement laid down a broad, ambitious commitment for countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. Exactly how they're going to do this and how it will be monitored is still to be decided, but delegates here did agree to work out these details by 2018. The election of Donald Trump, who has called climate change a hoax, as the next US president, has cast a shadow over these talks, but it didn't stop the US delegation from trying to push forward in the hope that they can lock in any gains before a change of administration.
The momentum is with us, it's underway. There are underlying market forces that will continue to push us in the right direction. And we heard very strong political resolve from China, from Europe, from Africa, from Latin America. So I think if anything, there was a galvanizing effect.
47 countries, the most vulnerable to the effects of climate change, did commit to making their energy 100% renewable by 2050 and called on other countries to do the same. The issue of climate aid and the willingness of rich countries to honour their promises when it comes to helping the poorest and most vulnerable was one area where little progress was made. Without these funds, most developing countries feel that once again their interests have been ignored.
The needs of the poorest and most vulnerable around the world are urgent and they're rising. But this COP, unfortunately, has failed to recognise that. It's failed to recognise that there's a massive gap in adaptation support, and really developed countries have been unwilling to agree anything that compels them to go beyond what they're already committed to.
The meeting is over for another year, but now nations must go away and get on with the job of reducing their carbon emissions. Fiji will preside over next year's event in the German city of Bonn. And it's there, with or without the support of the next US administration, the slow and complex negotiations will continue. Tarek Bazley, Al Jazeera at the UN climate talks in Marrakesh, Morocco.